Salam and blessings to all. Today we will look at what is software asset management and how it can be beneficial for your business, why you need it, what are the top SAM solutions and tools out there, and why you need a third-party consultant. Let's get started then. It's going to be a value-packed session which you can actually start using in your business right away. So what is a software asset management? Software asset management, or SAM, is a framework. It's not a tool. It's not a solution. It's not a service. It's a framework. Now, that framework is for management, control, and protection of your software assets throughout their life cycle. SAM is more than just tracking the software licenses as it has been told or understood time and again. Now, it involves ensuring compliance with your licensing agreements, optimizing software usage, and minimizing the risk associated with the software audits. SAM is essential for maintaining control over organizations' software assets, ensuring the right licenses are used efficiently, and all the software deployed aligns with the organization's contractual obligations with the software vendors. Now, why is it important for your business? Software licenses, whether renewals or new purchases, they account for between 30 to 45% of your annual IT budget. That's common with most of the businesses out there. Having said that, every business uses software license or licensed software. And then some organizations are more complex than others. For example, SMBs, easy to manage, easy to track, easy to control. They don't have a lot of software, a lot of things going on. Most of them are on the cloud. For example, most of them are using Microsoft ecosystem entirely because they've got like 10, 15, 20 servers. They put it on Azure. They're using M365 for their entire emails and productivity tools. Then they might use D365 and Power BI for their business automation or ERP or CRM. So, or they, so this is a typical SMB investment. But when it comes to larger organizations, they've got thousands of users using hundreds of software publishers with extremely complex licensing. Now, some of the vendors who are notorious for their complexity in their licensing is Oracle, IBM, SAP, and they keep changing and upgrading their licensing models, which is rather hard to comprehend sometimes. So effectively managing licenses can help prevent unnecessary spends in software licenses, potential risk of audit penalties by the software vendors. Now, key factors that usually get missed out are licensing gaps. Now, without proper SAM practice, organizations are at the risk of licensing gaps, whether they are under-licensed, leading to non-compliance, or over-licensed, leading to unnecessary costs. Non-compliance can result in severe financial penalties during vendor audits, while over-licensing ties your capital in underused or underutilized licenses. Now, this is a common issue where companies purchase licenses for anticipated growth in future or the projects that they're about to deploy or they envision, but they never materialize. Now, these unused licenses represent a sunk cost that could have been avoided with effective SAM practice. There's financial impact, so no SAM practice or poorly managed SAM practice can have significant financial impacts. You're at the risk of paying hefty penalties to vendor audits again, or you may lose out on potential cost savings. Additionally, the lack of proper SAM can lead to inefficiencies and increased operational costs, as IT staff of your company would struggle to manage a disorganized software environment. Now, there's also operational risks. So unauthorized software installations can lead to security vulnerabilities, while outdated softwares can expose organizations to cyber threats. Proper SAM practices ensure that software are kept up to date, compliant, and secure. Now, let's look at some of the best practices that you can adopt for your business to effectively manage at least your software licenses and software estate. Create a repository. Now, a centralized repository for all the software licenses would help maintain all the software contracts and related documentation in a single place. Now, this ensures easy access to information and simplifies audit preparation. Regular audit and compliance checks. Conduct regular internal audits to ensure that the compliance with software licensing agreements check. Now, these checks help identify potential risks before they escalate into significant issues. Optimization of software usage. Now, implement tools that provide visibility into software usage patterns. This helps identify underutilized licenses that can be reallocated or retired, optimizing the software spend. One of the examples is, let's say you've got 1,000 users, you purchased, this example by no means is an offense to Microsoft, but it's rather like a common practice that has been going on. So you purchased an E5 plan of Microsoft for all 1,000 users, but you are not utilizing all of it. Most of the businesses, they have purchased the licenses, they do not leverage the deployment funds provided by Microsoft, and they do not talk enough to their system integrators to enable all the features. Now, E5 is packed with amazing features for all the corporates, like be it large, small, any scale, and they are value packed all the way. All you need to do is actually utilize all the features, get them deployed, get them in practice, and you will love it. What businesses do is they purchase the licenses, all 1,000 E5 plan, but they're using the feature sets that are available in E1 or E3 plans. Now, E3 plans and E1 plans are relatively cheaper when compared to E5. So a year goes by, 2 years goes by, and you're still using the E1 functionality. Let's say 50% of your users are actually using E1. Another 200 users, or let's say 20%, is using probably E3 functionality, and the rest of them are using E5. So only 300 people out of 1,000 are actually utilizing E5 functionality. Maybe there's a department who decided to utilize all the feature sets of E5, but other departments did not needed that. So it can be very different. So this is one of the ways to monitor the usage patterns. Even Microsoft provides certain dashboards where you can monitor the usage patterns of your own users from admin dashboard of M365. So you will be able to see what you're using, what you're not using. So if a department does not need E5 functionality at all, and they have got 200-300 people inside that department, so you might want to true down on those licenses, and the rest of the users can have E5 functionality. So it depends. But again, if I'm deploying that, I will make sure that all the users utilize the E5 functionality, because believe me, the feature set is amazing, and organizations are missing out if they're not utilizing the full E5 plan despite paying for it. Now, vendor relationship is another important thing. So establish strong relationships with the software vendors. A proactive approach in vendor management can lead to better negotiation terms, early warnings on potential compliance issues, and favorable outcomes. Now, vendors are very supportive when it comes to that because they don't want to lose you as a customer, lose you as an account, but at the same time, they want to make sure that their customer success managers and other people who are customer focused and your sales guys from the vendor side, they are more focused on ensuring that you use the software that you've purchased, so you're getting the value out of it. And most times businesses, when they purchase the software, they don't really utilize the whole value of their purchases. So utilize vendor relationships more and more, see what kind of support that they can offer in extending the deployment. Maybe you have the budget for deployment, maybe you don't. But you can ask the vendor. I mean, all they can say is no. But if they have the budget, they'll definitely support you, and they will be able to provide those deployment funds where you can use your local system integrator to be able to expand your functionalities and get better productivity from the stuff that you have already purchased. I mean, you don't need to buy anything extra. You've already purchased it. Why don't you get it deployed properly if vendor is supporting it, right? So that's another thing. Now, incorporating SAM tools is another important thing that you need to do. So utilize SAM tools that are automated and they provide proper tracking, reporting, management of software assets. Now, these tools can help reduce human error. These tools can improve accuracy, provide real-time insights into the software environments. Some are agent-based, some are agentless, but agent-based tend to provide better quality results, and they're just collecting the stuff from the logs anyway, so you don't have to be really worried about that. Plus, I know this is always a concerning thing, that because businesses say, hey, we don't want to deploy any more agents in our machines. Yes, you don't. But at the same time, if it's saving you money, then you might, because the SAM tools who are agent-based, are actually providing a lot more value than the tools that are not agent-based, as per my experience. So you might want to look into having an agent-based tool, because that directly affects how your optimization works, which directly impacts how your financials are looking like, how much you will be able to save from your annual IT budget on a year-on-year basis. Now, there's another factor, which is continuous monitoring. So like if you have a SAM practice, you don't use it just when the vendor audit is near. Do it year-round. Make sure that you're doing continuous monitoring and proactive management and compliance checks of your software estate. Now, implement the systems and processes continuously to monitor software usage. Most of the tools are able to do that. Actually, they do that. That's their purpose. So this includes real-time tracking software installations, usage, and licensing. So when you say real-time tracking of software installation, what this means is if a new software gets installed, now you're already monitoring all your data center. Maybe you've got 1,000, 5,000 servers in your data center, and you're monitoring all of it. Now, one of the admins sitting in branch X decided to deploy something on one of the virtual machines in your data center. Out of many virtual machines that you have got, multiple thousands, you will be able to see which software is deployed, whether it was approved, authorized. Now, some of the tools also provide the role-based access or the approval process and whatnot, or you can tie it up with ITSM tools like ServiceNow. BMC Helix provides that for SMBs. You can tie it up with the Manage Engine. So these tools, they provide those levels of access. At the same time, Flexera and other tools like USU, they provide the role-based access within their ecosystem as a part of their tools. Even Ivanti does that. So you might want to consider multiple options. If you have ServiceNow, you might want to integrate ServiceNow with one of the SAM tools, because ServiceNow has got SAM, but it's preferred to have a SAM tool. Because ServiceNow in the end is ITSM. They're fantastic, they're best at it, but at the same time, if you combine them with Flexera or USU, you are just increasing the power to the next level. Risk management strategies. Now, develop a risk management strategy that addresses potential licensing shortfalls, unauthorized software, and other compliance risks. Now, this strategy should include clear action plan and responsibilities and the stakeholders. Another factor is employee training. Now, this is one of the most important ones because you need to educate your people about the importance of software compliance, like you do for anything else, like policies and whatnot. Software compliance is another important thing. I know most of the businesses are centralized, so they have got, nobody can deploy anything on a computer that belongs to an organization. They need to have admin user access and passwords and whatnot. But at the same time, it's good to have those trainings because even admins can make that mistake. Or one of your system administrator, data center administrator can make that mistake, or an Oracle administrator. There are multiple people who have got the rights. So those users also needs to be trained, especially the admins, to understand what needs to be done and what should not be done. Maintain regular training sessions like throughout the year, like twice a year or maybe once a quarter, to make sure that they're aware about the security breaches, your users are aware about whatever issues can arise from the wrongful deployment of the software, or a software that's not authorized or checked or verified by proper teams to be so once they deploy it might be a risk. Lastly, ensure that your business is always ready for the vendor audits. Let's say you get a letter from Microsoft yesterday, so you should be able to produce the results within probably a week, 2 weeks, and should be able to show them, hey, we are completely compliant and whatnot. So this surprise vendor audit, you should be careful about them, and you should be always ready. Now, how to be always prepared for the vendor audits, because most organizations, they don't really do that. So to prepare for the vendor audits, you need to make sure that you are always conducting regular mock-ups, regular compliance checks. And by mock-ups, I mean you do a mock-up audit within your organization as if it's a vendor audit, but it's done by your internal teams against your internal teams. So your teams would be completely ready. And again, having a centralized repository would help big time in such a case, because once you have everything in one place, including the documentation, licensing, and everything else, you know exactly where to look for, what to find, and how to present it. Monitoring the patterns of the licenses through the SAM tools can enable you to quickly generate reports. A lot of tools produce amazing reports when it comes to certain software publishers, and you can easily get their reports, and those reports are actually verified and authorized by the software publishers. So for example, one of the software, Oracle, they can accept the reports that are generated by Snow Software. Previously it was Snow, now it's acquired by Flexera. So they can accept the report that's generated by Flexera. So they accept those because they're authorized by them. So similarly, Microsoft might have authorized something. I don't have the list right now, but you can check online which software publishers authorize which software asset management tools. So you can, depending on what you have in your organization, it makes an easy decision. Because if, let's say, Flexera is authorized by Microsoft and by Oracle, and you are running on Oracle and Microsoft, hey, buy Flexera. Or USU is authorized by IBM, and you've got a multi-million-dollar deployment of IBM, go for USU. So it depends. It depends on what your requirements are and when and how you want to do. But this is one of the preparation steps. Now, maintaining accurate records, as I mentioned before, it's super important. Conducting mock-up audits, then engage with the vendors. That's another important thing, having the right relation with the vendors and making sure that they are engaged in your audit activities. Like, one of the funny things that happens is when the vendor comes to audit, they think the customer or you would think that, hey, the vendor is coming to take my money. Yes, they are, because you're using their software. But at the same time, they're not your enemies. So one of the best ways to do it, do a sort of a proper vendor audit, is to engage with the vendor all the time, throughout the year. Now you're engaging with the vendor throughout the year, but you're looking at what they have, and as per the sales teams or the pre-sales team or the technical team or the vendor are coming and introducing you, inviting you to the events and whatnot, they're introducing their software offerings, stuff that they're coming up with which can be beneficial for your business. They're inviting you for that. But if you have got a proper relationship with the vendor and show them, hey, this is my SAM practice, these are my SAM tools, and I am utilizing this to ensure that I'm not under licensed. So I'm making sure that I'm paying you what I'm using, right? So I'm not over licensed, I'm not under licensed. And this will help me. So this is my consultant who's helping me out. This is my entire practice. So you engage them early on, so they will know exactly what you're on about, and they will actually provide you the support, because believe me, they're there to provide the support. So they will provide the support, ensuring that you get the best out of their software, you're always compliant, and you're never in hot waters, for example, to say. Now, fixing issues immediately is another aspect that, like, the moment you find that something is there, let's say a stale software that has been sitting in your virtual machine number 1020 in your data center, and you found out through your SAM tool that this has been sitting there for 3 months expired, and your audit is coming in next 3 months, or maybe it's next month or something like that, you might want to clear that out. So you need to make sure that you're completely compliant. You have paid for everything that you're using, as in the production deployments, and at the same time, you don't have anything that has been expired, that's not there, that was sitting there for a year or something like that. You might want to clean that up and make sure that it's always exactly what you've paid for. That's what you're using in your business. And if you have to buy what you have tested, you should go for it, right? You should go ahead and buy those, making a sort of a purchase request. Another question that gets asked a lot is, what is the right time to start for the vendor audits? Now, and it varies from organization to organization. So larger organizations start about 6 months to 8 months ahead of time, looking into what they have and whatnot. And some organizations start 3-4 months ahead of time. SMBs, they start, corporates, they start probably a month ahead of time, or maybe just a week, I don't know. But it depends. It depends on what the initiatives are. But preparing for vendor audits should be an ongoing process. And it should not be a last minute rush where you end up making mistakes, where you end up buying stuff that you don't need, overpaying for stuff. For example, licenses are complex. They are available in server-based models, processor-based models, user-based models, concurrent licenses, then cloud-based licenses, and then multiple flavors of cloud-based licenses. Virtual machines, if you're looking in Azure, AWS, or Google Cloud, there are multiple flavors of virtual machines. Now, when you plan that, you don't know exactly what your workload would support. Now, the best way to do it is, let's say if you're planning to host 50 virtual machines in Azure, and you're seeing that there might be some additional projects coming out and whatnot, put 20 to 25% buffer on your purchase. Similarly, going for the licenses, very same. 20 to 25% buffer, but not 50, not 100. Not double down, not buy the wrong license. Look, if processor-based licenses can help you do your job better and actually stay compliant and be able to produce the results that your business needs, you should consider that. If a server-based licensing model is there, I mean, this stuff can either be provided to you by the vendor or better provided by your own SAM consultant, a third-party unbiased consultant. We're going to be talking about that later in the video. But yeah, I mean, these are the kind of things that you need to consider to get started with. Now, you need to do year-round preparation. What this means is maintain an audit readiness throughout the year by regularly updating software inventory, tracking the usage, ensuring compliance, and this actually reduces the workload towards the audits. But it's best done when you do it through a tool which automates the entire process. So you don't really have to worry about everything. Like, you can do your software tracking, new software deployments, authorizations, reporting, and everything else. So basically, you're taking nearly about 80% work off your head and giving it to the tool, which is rightly configured. And if you have got an ITSM, it's completely sort of like the entire thing is, the entire circle is complete, and then you just need to make sure that you get the right reports at the right time when you need it. Now, if you're asking, why do I need year-round preparation? The approach ensures continuous compliance with the software licensing requirements, agreements, reducing the risk of non-compliance and associated penalties. The regular monitoring and optimization of software usage can help identify unused and underutilized softwares, leading to cost savings that can be reinvested. Then optimizing the costs, continuously monitoring software assets, you can quickly identify and address the potential risks such as unauthorized installations or outdated software, reducing the likelihood of getting hacked, right? And again, planning ahead of time never hurts. Quarterly reviews is something you might want to look at. So even if you have the tool, you have got the consultant, you need to make sure you have got quarterly reviews. Conduct quarterly reviews, quarterly mock sessions with your team to look at your software state and compliance. Now, these reviews should focus on identifying and addressing any changes in software usage, licensing needs, or potential risks. So every quarter you see, okay, fine, maybe 100 people joined the company, but 20 of them left. So you might want to change your licensing structure there, or maybe 100 people left or 20 people joined, something like that. It depends. It depends how your business is growing. Or in terms of mergers and acquisitions, there's another thing that you need to look into, how you're merging your licenses with the company that you're merging with, or you're getting acquired by, or you're acquiring some company. So again, I mean, a lot of technicalities there. This video, I mean, it's out of scope for this video, but I mean, these are some of the aspects that you might want to understand and look into. Now, annual audits. Now, consider Microsoft. You have got an enterprise agreement that you have done for 3 years. They keep changing the terminology of enterprise agreement. I don't know what they're calling these days, but whatever they're calling, you get the gist. So annual internal. So let's think about like Microsoft. You've done an EA for 3 years, right? Now you will only go back and touch what's going on with Microsoft when there's a time for renewal. So let's say you did an agreement in 2022. So you will be touching that back again in 2025, roughly. What we should be doing is we should be looking into it every year, about the position, about the potential true ups, potential true downs, potential investments that Microsoft can support you with to increase the licensing usage. So as I was mentioning before, if you've got an E5 plan, at the end of the year, you review that most of your users are sitting on E1 or E3 functionality, but you've already paid for E5 for 3 years. Now, makes no sense, right? So instead of truing down, you might want to get Microsoft and your system integrator to help you incorporate those technologies, the functionality that's provided within the E5 plan productivity. There are a lot of things. So you can deploy Power Platform apps. You can utilize Power BI for your analytics. You can utilize advanced features coming through Delve and through other software that are included as a part of the whole ecosystem. So you might want to, like, once you're doing the internal audit of Microsoft licenses, hey, we pay for this, you're not using this through your software asset management tool. You got to know that you're utilizing just an E1 functionality. So you might want to look into, like, not downgrading, but how to utilize this, how to make sure that the users are onboarded with this and they're using this functionality. Because to be honest, it will save you a lot of time. And now with the Copilot, things are changing big time. So you might want to so that is one of the advantages of doing the annual audits, because you know exactly where you are. Similarly, if you're for Oracle Cloud, if you're on Oracle Cloud, you're not utilizing the full functionality, go ahead, make sure you talk to Oracle, and they will be able to support you with increasing the sort of like the workload that you're handling out, or whatever you're trying to achieve when it comes to your decision of particular software procurement. Now let's look at a quick example of the risk that you face if you don't have a SAM practice in place. Now, proactive, So let's consider an organization with 2,000 users utilizing software from Microsoft, Adobe, Oracle, SAP, and other publishers. Now, without proactive SAM, you're exposed to certain financial risks. One is non-compliance penalties. So in case, like, Oracle's non-compliance penalties goes up to 30% of the TCV, which is total contract value. So if you have got Oracle worth of $5 million and you're found in non-compliance, you're looking at $1.5 million worth of penalties. Over-licensing cost can, like, if you have bought more than you needed and is staying there for a year, 2 years, 3 years, annually it can cost an all-up sum of nearly up to $1 million, depending on how big your organization is. It can be more, it can be less. Another thing is under licensing penalties. So let's say, for example, Microsoft, you have got 5,000 users, you have licensed just 4,800. Now that's 200 in under licensed, and because you thought that it's a buffer and people keep coming, people going, you're working with a lot of consultants and whatnot. So looking at the entire landscape of this and making sure that you're actually utilizing the right kind of licensing scheme provided from Microsoft, or you risk facing up to 25% in penalties for under licensing, which is something you might want to avoid at all the costs. So then there's operational inefficiencies, again, like outdated software or the software that's unauthorized, that's deployed, potential cybersecurity risk, and unnecessary exposure. Overall, if you don't have the right kind of SAM practice or right kind of practice for managing and maintaining your licenses, depending on organization size, you are at a risk of anywhere between $500,000 to $5 million. And $5 million is just for an average organization. It can be a lot more depending on how big your organization is. But that's the kind of exposure you're looking at, both in terms of non-compliance, penalties, overpaying, or in general, and the risk faced by the organization, depending on what kind of solution that you have deployed, which can be exposing you to the internet to potential risk from the hackers. A high-level mitigation strategy that you can deploy is implement a robust SAM program. That's a no-brainer, including regular audits, continuous monitoring, optimization software. Engage a SAM consulting firm or get yourself a third-party SAM consultant to work within your organization, and that can support with ongoing monitoring and making sure that everything is up to date and tracked. Now, Consulting firm brings in a lot of expertise with complex licensing agreements. They've got different people working on Oracle, on IBM, SAPs, and Microsoft. So working with them directly would get you access to 5, 10, 20 specialists that can support you in your different licensing models that you have. Yeah, I mean there'll be a certain fee, but it's always worth it to have a tool and a consulting firm or a consultant on board. Invest in automated SAM tools, so you might want to look at the best tool that fits your requirements, whether you're in cloud, on-prem, hybrid, depending on what you have. So it can help you, once you select that, you can automate 80% of your workload and make sure that it's human error free. So it doesn't really make the errors like humans. So you just put the information in once, you put the contract start in, and then you start analyzing the data. And at the same time, you set a few policies, set a few rules, and you're good to go. One more important aspect for mitigation is regular training of the IT staff, particularly the system administrators, database administrators, IT managers, people who are authorized to deploy software in your organization. Now, as I mentioned, many organizations have got these strict rules around role-based access. So not everyone, an end user cannot deploy anything if you've got a proper organization. End user cannot deploy anything on your system, but others, the administrators, the people who have got access, the admin rights and whatnot, you need to properly train them, make sure they understand the implications and the cost that the business can suffer, or the reputation loss. Now let's look at some of the most popular and adopted SAM tools. This by no means is a promotional video for any of the SAM solution. However, the video will not be complete without mentioning the SAM tools. Since I've been talking about that for past, 20, 25 minutes. By the way, thank you for staying. So I have compiled a list of top SAM tools and providers, and a few of them are listed in Gartner as well. We will look into some of the SAM tools and their assessments, which will help you understand at a high level which solution can potentially be the best fit for your business. We'll look at the deployment options and provide kind of recommendations tailored to different sectors within your organization, ranging from SMBs to large enterprises. Now, before I start the disclaimer, I would like to confirm that the views presented in the following section or throughout the entire video are mine and mine only. And I have acquired this with my years of experience working on SAM technologies and online research, looking at publicly available information and customer interactions, live ones. Having said that, let's look into the tools and what they can bring on the table for you. So again, before I start, sorry to keep stumbling on that, but I've put the links, or I've put all the links in the description down, so you can look at all these tools that I've mentioned here. All the links are down there, so if you fancy, you can go and visit these tools by yourself and from the description. Now, first on the list, Flexera FlexNet Manager. Now, FlexNet Manager is a leading SAM solution designed for large enterprises. They offer comprehensive capabilities for managing software licenses, tracking software usage, ensuring compliance, and optimizing software spend. FlexNet Manager supports a wide range of software vendors, including major publishers like Microsoft, Oracle, IBM, SAP. The platform provides detailed reporting and analytics, which are essential for making informed decisions about the software investments. It also integrates with other IT tools, ITSM and whatnot, like ServiceNow, providing a holistic view of organizations' software assets. Now, the downside is the high cost which may be prohibitive for smaller organizations, but then again, they're not made for smaller organizations. So the complexity, the other one is, the other downside is complexity in implementation and configuration, because it requires specialized skill sets and significant IT resources to actually deploy the entire solution. Next, we're looking at USU, previously used to be Espera. So USU license management. USU license management is a robust SAM tool tailored for large enterprises. USU excels in managing complex licensing scenarios, particularly for large-scale and diverse IT environments. USU offers deep integration capabilities with existing IT systems, allowing for a unified approach in software asset management. The solution provides advanced features for tracking software usage and ensuring the compliance and automating license management processes, which are crucial for organizations with significant investments in the enterprise software ranging in millions. Now, the downside is the complexity of the solution may be overwhelming for smaller organizations. Steep learning curve is another downside that requires dedicated, trained resources. Next on the list, Certero for Enterprise SAM. Now, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing Certero correctly. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, Certero team, in advance. Certero for Enterprise SAM is a user-friendly SAM solution that provides real-time insights into software usage and compliance. It is designed to simplify management of software assets across complex IT environments, making it easier to optimize software spend and stay compliant. Certero integrates quickly with the existing IT systems, delivering actionable insights, which makes it a valuable tool for organizations looking to enhance their SAM capabilities without the complexity of most advanced tools. Now, the downside is it may lack some advanced features needed for the complex, highly complex, large-scale environments. It's less suitable for very large enterprises with complex IT environments. Next on the list is Snow Atlas, which used to be part of Snow Software, which is now acquired by Flexera. So Flexera Snow Atlas is a cloud-native SAM solution from Flexera. It's a SaaS-based solution run from the browser, designed to support organizations of all sizes managing their software licenses, optimizing software usage, ensuring compliance. The platform is highly scalable, making it suitable for organizations with growth or fluctuating software needs. Snow Atlas integrates seamlessly with other IT management tools and is ideal for companies that prioritize cloud-first approach to their IT infrastructure. And it's very good for dynamic organizations who are scaling up and scaling down. Now, the downside is dependence on the cloud infrastructure may not align with certain organizations who require on-premise, because it doesn't even have a hybrid solution. Now, higher cost for smaller organizations or those with limited IT budgets, so definitely not for SMB sector. The next is Ivanti. Now, Ivanti is known for its robust IT management, IT asset management, and their SAM-focused solution. Ivanti Neurons ITAM is a modern SAM solution that leverages AI and automation to provide the real-time insights into software usage and compliance. It is designed to reduce the complexity of managing software assets, offering capabilities such as automated discovery, license optimization, and compliance tracking. Now, Ivanti Neurons is particularly strong in its integration with other IT management tools, making it a versatile solution for organizations looking to streamline their IT operations. On the downside, the advanced features may be accessible for smaller organizations or mid-sized organizations, with simpler IT environments. It requires significantly more configuration and customization to meet a specific organization needs. Next is Manage Engine Service Desk Plus. Now, Manage Engine is an ITSM tool that has got SAM capabilities. It's particularly well suited for SMBs because it provides an all-in-one cost-effective solution. But the platform helps organizations manage their licenses, track the usage of the software, ensure compliance within a broader IT service management framework, making it an ideal choice with companies having smaller IT professionals. Now, the downside is they've got limited SAM features, number one, which may not be ideal for the large organizations, and they're less suited for managing complex or large-scale IT environments. BMC is making strides in the financial sector with a wide range of software portfolio that they have. Now, they've got their focus on ITSM and SAM as well, with a tool that they call BMC Helix ITSM. It's a comprehensive IT service management platform, probably competing with Service Desk, and that includes robust SAM capabilities. It is designed for large enterprises with complex IT environments, offering tools to manage software licenses, track usage, and ensure the compliance. Now, BMC Helix integrates well with other IT tools as well in your infrastructure, and provides a scalable solution for organizations looking to manage both IT services and software assets in a unified platform. Downside is high cost, making it less accessible to SMBs, which I think it's not meant for SMBs anyway. It's too complex for them. And the complexity of deployment and configuration. And it requires significant IT resources, like some of the previous solutions that I mentioned. LandSweeper. LandSweeper is an IT asset management tool that includes basic SAM capabilities, and it is ideal for SMBs looking for an affordable, easy-to-use solution to inventory the assets and manage software. While LandSweeper may not offer advanced SAM capabilities of other products, it provides sufficient functionality for organizations with straightforward software asset management needs. So if you don't have a complex IT environment or complex software needs, LandSweeper is the way to go. Not that I'm favoring the tool. Downside, limited advanced features, making it less suitable for larger, more complex organizations, even if it's not good for companies having more than 500 users, because it starts getting complex from that part. It's not ideal for organizations requiring a comprehensive SAM, as I mentioned. Now this one is interesting. ServiceNow SAM. ServiceNow, we know they're ITSM. They are number one at it, and so their SAM is a part of its broader IT service management portfolio, offering comprehensive capabilities for managing software licenses, tracking usage, ensuring compliance. The solution is particularly well suited for larger enterprises with features that support complex IT environments and integrations with other IT management tools. ServiceNow's strength lies in its ability to provide a unified platform for managing all aspects of IT services, including software asset management. Downside, high cost. It's not good for SMBs and requires decent amount of IT resources, trained staff, and support or professional services from ServiceNow to meet certain specific needs of the business. Focus on businesses with the engineering and technical software like oil and gas, construction, or manufacturing, for example. OpenIT License Analyzer is the tool that effectively manages and optimizes the software for the engineering and technical solutions. Now, this is dedicated tool which is particularly built for these sectors, engineering and technical software. It provides detailed insights into software usage, helping organizations identify underutilized licenses and make informed decisions about their investments. But the softwares that we are talking about here is SCADA systems, AutoCAD, SolidWorks, and similar solutions, maybe BIM solutions and whatnot as well. Now, OpenIT is an excellent choice for companies with significant investments in software, in engineering software, where the cost optimization is a priority. The downside is limited applicability outside of the engineering and the technical software, and may not provide the comprehensive SAM capabilities for general environments. Symphony AI ITAM offers comprehensive suite of tools for managing software assets, tracking usage, and ensuring compliance, like all the others. The solution is designed to integrate with other IT management tools, again, similar, providing a unified view of software assets across organizations. Now, Symphony AI and Ivanti Neurons, they both have got AI-driven insights and automation capabilities, making them a strong choice for organizations looking to leverage advanced technologies in their SAM efforts. So if you want an AI-enabled solution of SAM in your business, there are two ways to go. One is Symphony AI ITAM or Ivanti Neurons ITAM solution. Downside, advanced features may be an overkill for SMBs, but I don't think SMBs would need it with the simpler needs. Higher costs is another barrier because with all the features that they have, of course, they have to be a little bit higher priced. ZenSam is one of young SAM companies, and I love their focus and precision. I've been following them since their inception or start, and they have come a long way, and still they've got a long way to go. But their tool Supervisor is a modern SAM solution focused on providing real-time insights into software usage, compliance, and it offers user-friendly interface, advanced analytics, and integration capabilities. Supervisor is I like the name, it's quite interesting. It's Supervisor. Supervisor is particularly strong in its ability to quickly deliver value by automating aspects of SAM process, making it a good fit for organizations looking for a quick, effective SAM solution. Downsides, they're lesser known and they're not having a lot of features like Flexera or USU or the other players in their space. Now, let's look at which solutions are best suited for which size of company. Now, if you look at small and medium-sized businesses, we're talking companies of under 500 users. Now, this might be completely different depending on the country you're watching this video from. For example, a business in the Middle East of 1,000 users is a large company. Business of 1,000 users in the US, maybe some smaller or medium-sized company. So it depends entirely. Let's look at SMBs first. So SMB sector, these recommendations are based on factors like user-friendly interface, real-time insights, affordability, ease of use, quick deployment, relatively shorter learning curve for businesses with smaller IT teams. Now, these are all the qualities of an SMB. SMBs are primarily focused on agility and faster adoption and quick return on investment and getting a ton of value. The software, the SAM solution that they should look at would be Landsweeper, Managed Engine Service Desk Plus, Certero for Enterprise SAM, and Supervisor by ZenSAM. If we look at the corporate or the larger size businesses, where they're looking at businesses between 500 to 1,000 users or maybe 1,500 users. Now, these organizations are mostly agile. They are relatively decent size. They have relatively decent size IT teams, and they're already leveraging public cloud in one way or the other. So a slightly complex business model with the need of ITSM, and most of them are AI friendly. They're adopting AI technologies. They'd like to leverage them. So the recommended SAM tools for them are Snow Atlas, that's a SaaS-based one, the cloud thing, Ivanti Neurons, which is AI-based, and then ServiceNow SAM, and then Symphony AI ITAM. Looking at the larger enterprises, the extremely complicated infrastructures with hundreds of software publishers that they're using. So due to the complex nature of the businesses and the reliance on a lot of software publishers for their business needs, in most cases, large enterprises prefer to have a SAM tool that can be on-premise or maybe in their local data center, which is closest to them for the purpose of security, low latency, and whatnot. So the key requirement for them, for the large enterprises, is exhaustive reporting, rollback access, analytics, ITSM, integration with their infrastructure tools, automations. So the recommended options for them are FlexNet Manager by Flexera, USU License Management, and BMC, Helix ITSM, and of course ServiceNow, the entire stack. Now, if you're looking at the publisher-specific capabilities of the SAM solutions, now which solutions can take care of a certain publisher? So what I've done is I've selected 4 publishers: Microsoft, Oracle, IBM, and SAP, which are most popular in most of the organizations. And what I've done is I've put together the tools that best complement their licensing models. So this again is not exhaustive. It can vary depending on your testing, what you want to do, what your needs are for the business. So you might want to do a proof of concept in order to see that. With Microsoft, the solution should offer, these solutions are offering strong capabilities, proven capabilities for managing Microsoft licenses, ensuring compliance, and optimizing usage across large and complex environments. The tools are FlexNet Manager by Flexera, Snow Atlas, and ServiceNow SAM. For Oracle, now Oracle, we know they're extremely complex when it comes to licensing models and structures. So these tools provide detailed reporting and compliance tracking of Oracle licenses. The tools are FlexNet Manager by Flexera, USU License Management, and ServiceNow SAM. As for IBM, they've got very unique requirements of subcapacity licensing, audit readiness, and whatnot. So the tools that can help with IBM licensing are FlexNet Manager by Flexera, BMC Helix ITSM, USU License Management. Finally, SAP. Now SAP needs, their licensing is also pretty complex. So these solutions are offering strong capabilities for managing SAP licenses, including indirect access and user management. These are FlexNet by Flexera, USU License Management, and Ivanti Neurons, ITAM. OpenIT, this can be called as an honorable mention, but Open IT License Analyzer specializes in engineering software, example SCADA, AutoCAD, SolidWorks, and whatnot. So while Flexera can also, FlexNet Manager and Supervisor can also provide very high-level insights, but they're not as deep into the engineering and technical software as Open IT License Analyzer. Now let's look at the deployment models for the software. Now every software vendor has invested heavy on ensuring that their software is available in the cloud, on the SaaS, on-premise, in hybrids. If you buy an on-premise software for a SAM solution. Now you can pretty much deploy that in your AWS, Azure, or Google if you've got infrastructure there. If you're in hybrid, you can effectively deploy an instance of the software in the cloud as well. Again, you can run it in hybrid mode if you've got an on-premise solution. Then SaaS-based solution can also integrate with your on-prem infrastructure. Again, it will require a little bit of tweaking in terms of technicalities, which vendor professional teams will be able to assist you with, or your local system integrator. But having said that, let's look at these solutions starting with on-premise. So on-premise is provided by Flexera, by USU, Certero, Ivanti, and ServiceNow. ServiceNow also has got the cloud flavor. Cloud-native solutions are Snow Atlas by Flexera, BMC Helix ITSM, ServiceNow SAM, Symphony AI ITAM, and Supervisor. Hybrid solutions include Manage Engine, Service Desk Plus, and Open IT Analyzer. Now, there are many ways to skin a cat, or in this case, it's just the approach of how to steer the project to success. The recommended approach for a SAM project would be thinking long-term and hiring a third-party consultant. That's the starting point. Now, why would you need a third-party consultant? Yes, your team is completely capable of delivering the tasks, but they carry multiple responsibilities which can potentially cause some quality loss in SAM project, and hence the focused consultant is needed. Now, why you worry about the quality is because it ties directly into the financials and the reputation. So this is super priority thing that you need to look into very, very carefully. Now, alongside that, we all seen the horror stories that keep popping up from different businesses. They have been audited and by the publishers and have ended up paying heavy penalties because apparently due to inefficiency or some small error by system administrator who forgot to uninstall a solution that he was testing while the project was running, and then he forgot to uninstall it. So these can be human errors which can happen a lot. And tools can actually help you monitor that and effectively, along with the SAM consultant in-house, would be able to support you with that. What you should look for while selecting the third-party consultant? Now, selecting the right software asset management consultant is a critical decision for your business. And then you need. Because you're looking to optimize your software assets, right, and ensure compliance and reducing the cost. So SAM consultants should bring specialized expertise that can significantly enhance the organization's ability to manage its software estate, navigate vendor audits, and implement best practices for long-term success. A consultant provides invaluable support by offering an unbiased expert perspective on software asset management. With the complexities of software licensing, always changing landscape of publishers and vendor compliance requirements, potential financial associated risks with non-compliance, you need a consultant who can guide you through these challenges. Now, an experienced SAM consultant not only helps in implementing effective SAM practice and strategies, but also ensures that these strategies align with your business needs and goals and with your IT infrastructure. Now, selecting the consultant, here are some of the high-level considerations that you might want to take down. You can pause the video if you like and take note of that, or drop an email by here and we'll be able to send this list to you. So first thing you need to consider is experience and expertise. Now you need to look for the consultants who are well versed with specific software publishers that your organization is using at the moment or plans to use in future. And it can be anything, Microsoft, Oracle, SAP, IBM, and their expertise should extend to understanding the nuances of the complex licensing agreements, vendor audits and processes, and the software lifecycle management. They should have an unbiased approach. The consultant should not be affiliated with any particular software vendor to ensure that their advice is solely in the best interest of your organization. Someone who will focus on finding most cost-effective and compliant solutions tailored to your business and to your unique needs rather than pushing for specific products or services. Industry knowledge and terminology is another important factor. Now, consultants' ability to communicate effectively using industry-specific lingo will facilitate smoother interactions with internal stakeholders and vendors. This ensures that your organization fully understands the implications of any SAM strategy or decision. They should have a customized approach. So they will take time to understand your organization's requirements, specific needs and challenges, and they should be able to customize an approach that would best suit your business, including your company size, your vertical or industry, and your business objectives, long and short term, for the next 5 years, maybe 3 years, depending on how long you have that. And this also includes advising on the best SAM tools, implementing processes and improvements, providing ongoing support, ensure the continuous optimization. Now, what is the right time to engage a consultant? That's another key factor. Now, ideally, SAM consultants should be engaged from the get-go. That should be your first hire even before you procure a software asset management tool. You need to have the SAM consultant in place to start looking at what you have, what you need, what you don't need. So the preliminary work. That would take anywhere between 6 to 9 months, but this will help you get a SAM tool that best aligns with your business model, rather than procuring something that is available, popular, recommended by Gartner, IDC, and Forrester, recommended by your peers, and you just purchase it. But again, will it meet your business needs? And that's one of the pitfalls. All of the solutions that I mentioned and many more, they're wonderful. The best at what they do, provide the amazing support. They've got the right resources, right professional teams, technical teams, partner ecosystem, system integrators, local deployment people. Everything is there. But does it meet your needs? That's one of the questions that you need to ask yourself. And for that reason, SAM is a project, as I said in the beginning of the video. It's not a project that is an IT or a software project. SAM is a project which is an initiative. It has to be taken up by the CEO of the company because the reputation is at stake. CFO of the company because financials are at stake, and there can be a potential of saving millions sometimes in larger organizations. Smaller organizations, you're looking at least $1 million worth of savings, potential savings, by doing it right. So definitely CFO's involvement is there, COO is there, and CISO if you have a CTO, because there is a huge operational risk on IT, on the systems, which can directly affect the business, because IT and business are not different, because IT is a way to do business. They are tools to achieve a certain task in order for the business to make the profits or the revenues that is desired by the executive management or the board, or if you're a public company, the investors. But again, so in order for you to fix these tools in the right way, you should be taking the right approaches, and that's why we need the right kind of approach to get started with the SAM project. Now, when you're initiating it, the right time to engage a consultant is in the beginning of the project. So when you think about SAM as a project, you need to think about SAM consultant first. and then you look into anything else, because you'll be completely optimized by the time you're about to purchase the tool. SAM consultants engagement is also crucial for maintaining proactive SAM practice, monitoring license usage, and preparing vendor audits. KPIs for SAM consultant. Now, when you're hiring a SAM consultant, you need to have clear expectations. So I've listed out a few KPIs that you would want your SAM consultant to deliver. So they should first do comprehensive needs assessment. Consultants should conduct a thorough assessment of your current software asset management practices, identifying the key risk areas, inefficiencies, and the opportunities. They should provide tailored recommendations that address your specific challenges aligned with your strategic objectives, long and short term. They should be doing audit preparations, so for potential vendor audits, by ensuring that all the software licenses are compliant and documented and is up to date. They should also look into the ongoing support. So the proactive consultant will offer ongoing support, including regular reviews, monitoring of software usage, adjustment of your SAM strategy as needed. Then they should be very objective with the reporting. So they should be able to prepare a report that is actionable, clear, with insights and recommendations without a bias towards any specific vendor or a solution. So these are like at a high level, by carefully selecting a SAM consultant with the right expertise, experience, approach, you as a business can effectively manage your software assets, mitigate the risks, and achieve long-term success in software asset management. So far, we have looked at what is SAM, what are the benefits, why you should have it, what are the tools that are available, what are their strengths, their weaknesses, why you need a SAM, third-party SAM or unbiased SAM consultant, what they can do for you, what you should look for in a SAM consultant when you're hiring one, what are the key considerations or the KPIs that you should look at. Now that is set, let's look at like how you will approach. Let's say you're adopting a tool now, so how you would approach the SAM tool adoption, what would be the selection methodology of the SAM solution, and what would be the SAM consultant's role in it. All businesses have their unique way of procuring software solutions that is defined by their procurement teams, by their executive management, and the tools that they need to effectively run their business, coming from end user or from a business user or stakeholder. So for selecting and onboarding a SAM solution, it's no different. However, when working with a SAM consultant who can very well act as a project manager for the SAM project, you can lean on their expertise to make sure that like a few initiatives that I've defined here is number one, defining the objectives and the requirements. Now you'd have your own way of defining your objectives and requirements, but a consultant should be able to support you at the stage by engaging in a sort of like assistance in clearly defining objectives, scope, and requirements based on the industry best practices, unique needs of the organization. The consultant role is to ensure that all potential aspects of SAM are considered, including hidden costs, potential compliance risks, future scalability. Expect the consultants to provide a comprehensive needs assessment that can serve as a foundation documentation for your software asset management tool selection process. Number 2 is conducting market research. Now, you'd have your own tools and ways to do it, but as a consultant, they should be doing the proper market research by looking into Gartner, Forrester, IDC for the best tools, the recommendations, peer reviews, and then they should have an unbiased perspective in this critical stage where you will be avoiding any vendor lock-ins or while you're selecting the solution. And the consultant should also help interpret industry reports and providing a context based on their experience and knowledge. Number 3, performing gap analysis. Again, while using your own gap analysis strategies, you should consider the consultant to provide you with a thorough gap analysis, leveraging their expertise not only in the obvious gaps but also in the potential issues that may not be immediately apparent. Their analysis should be detailed, providing a clear roadmap for how to select a SAM solution that can bridge these gaps and align with the future goals of your business. Number 4, developing an evaluation criteria. Along with your existing practice, the consultant should play a pivotal role in developing and refining the evaluation criteria. The deep industry knowledge enables them to identify clear features and functionalities that may not be immediately obvious. You can also ensure the criteria are aligned with the industry's best practices and your organization needs. During the RFP stage and the vendor demos, the consultant should be able to assist in creating the RFP, ensuring that it comprehensively covers all the necessary aspects and that vendors are fully aligned with the organization's need. So during the demos, the consultants can provide a critical eye, identifying potential red flags, ensuring that the solution capabilities are truly being demonstrated. And in the POC phase, the consultant should help design and test scenarios and evaluate the outcomes objectively. Number 6, evaluate and compare the proposal stage. So during this stage, while your procurement team is doing their work, consultants should be working with them to assist in development and the application of the scoring matrix, ensuring that it is objective and comprehensive. They can also help in analyzing the industry. They can also help in analyzing vendor references, leveraging their industry connections to get an accurate picture of the vendor performance and reliability. Now, during the final selection process, the consultant should be deeply involved in risk assessment, helping identify and mitigate the potential issues before they become problematic. In contract negotiations, the consultant experience is invaluable in securing favorable terms, avoiding the common pitfalls. They can also help in presenting the case to the executives, ensuring that the decision is well informed and aligned with the strategic objectives of the business. During implementation and rollout phase, the consultant should guide the implementation process, ensuring that it adheres to the best practices and that any issues are promptly addressed. Their role is to provide ongoing support from pilot phase through the full rollout, ensuring that the solution is effectively integrated into the organization's operations. Post-deployment, the continuous improvement phase kicks in, and the consultant should remain engaged in the continuous improvement process by providing expert advice on emerging trends, potential risks, and optimizing opportunities. Their role ensures the SAM program evolves alongside the organization's needs and that it continues to deliver value over time. If you would like to have a SAM consultant checklist, drop us an email. So it should be right here, and with the subject line of SAM checklist request, and we will send it to you. The selection of SAM solution is a strategic decision. It requires careful consideration of the depending on the size of the organization, IT environments, specific needs. Now, in this video, we covered detailed analysis of various SAM solutions, highlighting the strengths, weaknesses, delay deployment options, best use scenarios, and so on and so forth. So by following the recommendations provided, your business should be able to, at a high level, choose a SAM solution, get a SAM consultant, set up the KPIs for their success, ensure that their engagement is key to the entire SAM practice that you're building in your business, and overall reducing your compliance risks and optimizing your software spends. So I hope you found this content useful. Like, subscribe if you want to. Otherwise, at least share it with someone who's looking at software asset management as a practice and building the practice. Now, if you would like to if you would like to build a practice or build a consultancy around software asset management, do reach out to me on the email in the description, and I'll be able to help you build a consultancy firm, leveraging the latest tools and trends, engaging you with the right consultants to support you, and to be able to either build a practice for your SAM for your organization or for providing services to the businesses in your area. Thank you very much, and have a good one.